again, it's Elisabeth Hogarth here, one of the Graphic 45 brand ambassadors. Today I'm going to be making a project using the picturesque Country Life, and this is an easel card that is actually a summer bonnet, completing all its ribboned and floral glory. It's relatively simple to make, so let me show you how. Before I begin to show you how to make this particular card, just a quick word about the products that we're going to be using today. I have decided to use the Sublime Cottage Life collection. It really is a reminder of beautiful summer days spent in the garden. There's lots of imagery that relates back to days gone by, and as always the colours and the floral elements are second to none. I also have the solid and pattern sheets as well in the 12 by 12 size. Now you could easily use these to make the card itself, however I'm pretty precious about these, so to begin with I'm going to use a piece of white card, and then I will use these pieces to decorate. Now, although this is an easel card, we are going to be making the base or the rim of a bonnet, and really you want something like this that has got flat sides and that you can use as a milliner would to form the rim of your bonnet. So you can get them in various sizes. I happen to have my custard powder. I've got a set of tea leaves. It's anything round that works within the perimeters of your card. So although I will leave you some dimensions for this particular card, feel free to use your plates, your bowls, anything that you've got around your home. But as I say, to build the rim, I think you will find it easier if you have got a straight based jar. So the one that I'm going to be working with has a diameter of 4¼ inches. These ones are slightly smaller. And I've also got a set of dies, and again this really will vary upon what you have. My card base is 6 inches in diameter, and you're going to need to build up your layers. So I happen to have a die, it's got a torn edge which will work with this particular design, but I think ideally I would go for the straight or plain edges, but I don't have any in this particular size, so as I say, adapt where you can. So I've got one die that is 6 inches in diameter, and then I've skipped a die, and then I've gone for the next one down and the next one down again, and the third one down is the same diameter as my jar, so everything ties in nicely. You will need 2 pieces of A4 card. The first piece will be to make the base of the card, and the second piece will be to make the rim. We're now going to move on to make the rim of the bonnet, and the depth of the rim itself is going to be 1 inch, and we want to have 1 inch either side in order to make the ribs that will hold it in place. So we're going to make ourselves 2 strips, so I'm just scoring at 1 inch increments. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm going to cut at 6, cut at 3. Here are the 2 3-inch strips, and this is where your jar now comes in handy. The diameter of the rim or the jar is wider than the A4 strip of paper, which is why you need 2. So glue one upon the other. Don't have to be particularly precise at this stage so that they overlap. Allow them to dry for a moment so that they are secure. And then use this jar, or whatever you decide, to measure the diameter of your rim with a little bit of wiggle room, and then simply cut away the excess. And you're going to end up making some dogtooth cuts. So work your way down both sides, cutting out mini triangles up to that 1 inch line. And you'll need to do this on both sides. Now that the rim is ready, you can use your container as a base for making the cylinder. And if you line up the score lines, you should find that you've got a perfect match. Try not to make it too tight because you need a little bit of wiggle room to bring it up to the base, like so. And then you're going to turn over the tabs, like so. I'm going to secure the tabs in place with a plain white circle. This one measures 4 inches in diameter. Try not to go above or outside of the tab size that you have made. And then you're just going to secure the top one in place and leave it to dry. And then we're going to remove it from the jar and secure the second circle in place. You can decorate the bonnet in any colour combination from Cottage Life. I was particularly drawn to the greens and the blues, but today I thought I would make a pretty in pink bonnet. So we're going to build it up in various layers. So we want to have one layer to cover the base of our card, the base of the bonnet. So this one here measures 6 inches, as did the card base. I'm going to build up the brim of the bonnet. So I'm going down in increments. So I've got dies that measure 5.5 inches, 4.5 inches, and then I'm going to use a plain circle. And again, you can draw around plates. You don't have to use dies for this project. And the top of my bonnet is 4 inches. I'm then going to pick another colour to cover the inside of my card. Away from the camera, I have die cut some circles and edged them with the Peachy Pink, which is one of the Graphic 45 hybrid ink pads. And we're now at the stage where we want to start assembling our easel card and our bonnet. So here's the folded card front, and then we will be placing this base on this front here, but you're going to make the bonnet before you add it to the easel. However, you can add the inside here. So I'm just going to highlight the edge of the circle. The tattered circle die works quite well here, but equally as nice is a plain circle that is edged with ink. So here we are building up the bonnet itself. I'm going to start with the larger piece. So this is the 6" that we're adding to the white base. And then because we have edged the smaller circles, you can see the pattern beginning to take place. If you wanted more dimension, you could add sticky pad or foam or another layer of cardboard to here, but we do want to be able to send this as a card in itself. I've also inked the edges of our cylinder just in case there's any elements of it that are peeking through when you come to assemble the card. I've cut a 1" strip from the floral pattern, and I did this twice, and then I have layered them onto each other because a 12" strip won't go all the way around here. You need that about 15" strip. I've added a little bit of double-sided tape to the back. Try not to take off all of the backing in one go, but add some glue just to start it off. And then we're going to line up the 1" strip with our trim, and then peel away a little bit more of the tape as you go. And it should fit around the cylinder. Fairly easily. And then at this point you can add some more glue just to hold it in place. This part here we can cover with a bow or some flowers, and then this part is going to sit on here. But first we're going to add the top just to finish it off. We'll leave this to dry again, and while we're waiting we'll make some flowers to decorate. So I've got some of the Graphic 45 shades of blue flowers, and I'm going to incorporate some of these, I think, with some of the die cut flowers from the large ATC and flower die set. Really love these leaves in particular, but these flowers will work really well with the blue. So I use these scraps of paper that I use to cut out these circles, and I'm just going to make some centres. These are some die cut circles, and I'm just going to make a snail's curl like so. It's working through to the centre. If you pinch the end of the snail's tail, so to speak, and then curl it on itself, you can see that a little curl is beginning to form, and you keep going till you reach the centre. and you've got a circle in the centre. Add some glue, be quite liberal with it at this point, and then allow the curl to unravel slightly. And then press it down and give it a moment to seal. And you'll find that you've got a nice little rosebud effect that you can add to the centre of your flowers. Use a ball tool to shape the flowers. I've got a various selection of sizes here. I've added a piece of the ephemera to cover up the joins, and then I'm going to use the die cut foliage along with the flowers to build up a pretty bonnet. The card will stand by itself, but it's a nice touch to add another sentiment, and I think I'll add a few more flowers to the base of the card just to follow through. Here is the finished summer bonnet. It makes a really pretty easel card. I finished it with a hat pin and a few matching pearl embellishments. It's relatively easy to package up, but if you want to complete the look, then why not try making a matching box. This is a fairly simple model. It's quite deep. You could make it in craft cards suitable for posting, but you can pop the hat inside to complete your gift. And as you can see, I have embellished the sides with the same matching ribbon strip and the ephemera from Cottage Life, and everything coordinates perfectly. I hope that you will enjoy taking part in the summer challenge on the official Graphic 45 Facebook group, and I look forward to welcoming you back here again soon. Bye bye for now.